Have you ever wondered why an orchestra needs a conductor and a rock band doesn't? Not sure we have the answer for that, but we got something along that lines for you coming up right now. Also, why friends don't let friends clap on 1 and 3. Welcome back to the From Classical to Radical series, where we're training acoustic musicians how to easily enter the world of amplified music. There are a few terms that you may hear in pop music circles that you don't hear in orchestral circles. Groove, pocket, bounce. These are all related to timing. Classically trained players have a tendency to play a little in front of the beat. This is a huge no-no. It makes the music feel rushed or unsettled or a little frantic. Playing exactly on the beat is not ideal either. Drummers will call that playing on top of the beat. It's not quite as bad as playing in front of the beat, but it does make the music sound a little mechanical or a little too proper. The ideal place to be is just a few milliseconds behind the beat. Not so far that it drags or starts to feel sloshy, but just enough to be in what we call the pocket. The difficult part is that you're playing the same tempo, but the whole thing actually shifts back in time just a few milliseconds. Physically leaning your body back actually makes a bigger difference than you think. One way to practice this is to record yourself playing with a click, especially if you can do it on your computer, say a digital audio workstation like GarageBand or Logic or Pro Tools or whatever. You can then see the waveform of your playing and how it lines up with the beat. Ideally, you'll be just behind the beat. Which brings me to the question we asked in the intro, why does a rock band not need a conductor? Well, you have one. It's called the drummer. The drummer's job is not only to set tempo, but to create the groove or the pocket. Your job is to sit in it. Don't drag behind him or push ahead, though for expression's sake, sometimes you will push or pull a little bit, but never so much that you pull the drummer out of his or her pocket. If your drummer is particularly bouncy or groovy, which is a wonderful thing, pay close attention to his left hand, the snare hand. That's where he or she is placing the beat for you. The right hand is where the hi-hat or the ride cymbal will be. That's where they sort of subdivide, but the snare is where the magic happens. It's where in time your drummer hits the snare that really determines the pocket or the groove. Really listen and get in touch with that. It'll help your playing a lot. Speaking of the snare, on a standard 4-beat rhythm, the snare hits land on beats 2 and 4. This is called the backbeat. If there's any clapping to be done, this is where it happens. 2 and 4, not 1 and 3. That's really square and awful, and please don't ever do that. And just like you're playing, get slightly behind the beat. Practice that. Feel it. Once you've got that feeling, the rest is details. It's really not even a bad idea in your practice sessions to set your metronome to hit on 2 and 4 instead of 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's good practice to feel that backbeat. So, your standard 4-beat is cha, 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 cha. So you want to make sure you're clapping on 2 and 4. Right? You don't want to be. That's really awful. Please don't ever do that in public, okay? I've actually recorded a little something for you guys to listen to. We got a little drum beat. I recorded a little line to go along with it. I've actually shifted it forward in time so that it's sitting right on top of the beat. Okay, we're going to let you hear this right here. Okay. The playing is right on top of the beat. I've shifted that so that's where it is. Every time the quarter, the drum hits, the violin is hitting right on the same place that the drum is. Now we're going to undo what I did, shift that back in time to where I originally played it, and you'll feel that I'm just a little bit behind the beat, and listen how drastic the difference is in feel. And then let's put it up on top of the beat, actually, a wee bit in front. This is This is sadly where a lot of us tend to want to play. Orchestral players, classically trained players, want to play a little front of the beat. It's somehow, I guess, we get around drums, we just feel like everything's moving really fast. Here's what that sounds like. Feel that's kind of rushed and frantic and just like off balance a little bit? So every one of those was at the same tempo. One was on the beat, one was in the pocket, one was dragging, and one was in front. It's a dramatic, dramatic difference. Just a few milliseconds each way. So that's something you really got to practice and something you really got to think hard about. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.